Oh yeah.
This is the closest we've been to snow, and we're heading towards the coast. So it's pretty exciting. It's a winter wonderland. There are these snow parties out here. The best preserved theater in the world, Roman architecture. It's so well preserved because this whole city was also a palace for the Seljuk Empire. It can seat 15,000 people. That's a lot of people. The coast is welcoming us. Look at this beautiful rainbow.
It's an ancient Roman kind of day. We've been to a bunch of Roman cities. We're at Turkiye right now, and we're staying in Antalya. That's a Roman city. And then we're in this other one. I don't remember what it's called. It's like Percolos or something. Right?
Aspendos.
Aspendos, that's what it was.
I can't take them anywhere. Oh, we have arrived in Antalya, and the Mediterranean is just beautiful right now. Oh, wow. Oh, somebody just littered. I just captured somebody littering. Wow, okay. Well, that took away from that beauty. But in any case, we've arrived at our second all-inclusive location. We honestly didn't even know that this was an all-inclusive. I knew that dinner was included, but so we've shown up and it's like this list of all this thing.
There's a disco.
There's a disco. I don't think we're gonna go to the disco though. All right, here is the room. This all-inclusive resort room with our seaside view. All right, here we go. Okay, look at that view. Oh my gosh. Palm trees blowing in the wind. Well, the buffet here is like a lot of food. Just everywhere. More amazing buffets. I don't know how I'm gonna get home without having an extra 10 pounds. Bye, fancy hotel. Would not be a Roman city if there was not a Hadrian's Gate. Hadrian came to visit, and the Antalyans built this gate in his honor. Another Ataturk museum. Wherever he visited, they turned the houses into museums. So the fancy furniture that you would see here when Ataturk would visit would be brought in from all of the other fancy people in the city and then returned to them when he would leave. The Mediterranean in Antalya. Gosh, what an amazing view right here. Here is the old port of the city. But I just can't stop looking at these snow-capped mountains. This museum has little people in it in every room, and I keep freaking out like I'm interrupting somebody in their like house. Let's go see what this 500,000-year-old cave has in store for us. Some of the oldest Paleolithic remains ever have been found here. We've been greeted immediately by the sound of bats, which definitely freaks me out. I do not have my rabies shot. Oh my. I'm not gonna lie, this is really disappointing because we walked up a lot of stairs and it's not even lit up and there's bats everywhere. And we drove a really long way to get here. So I'm kind of super bummed by this.
The bats seem to like it.
The mountains you can see back there, right outside Antalya. This is where the Lycian Way starts, and we're thinking we're gonna hike that sometime soon. It's about 500 miles, so right up our alley. One thing that makes this ruins unique compared to the other ones we visited is that it is known for pirates. There were many pirates here before the Romans came and took over. So that makes it piratey. Here's the remains of the palace. This old water canal the Romans dug. And here is where the city empties out into the sea. Man, I think we had the life. Especially them pirates. Into this area that just has an entire valley. When we were driving down into it, just full of greenhouses, just full. This whole area must be where they feed a huge part of the population. I love the little things you see. Another lovely sea view on the Mediterranean. Here we go. Oh my gosh, look at that sunset. Oh, over the marina, the Fethiye marina. So we got half board at our hotel here in Fethiye, which means that we have a 4-course meal. And looking out on the marina, it's just really a delightful experience. As everything has been. I keep saying it's such a delightful experience, but it's such a delightful experience. Main course, meatballs and chicken shish. And dessert. Tony loves chocolate. Rice pudding. Ooh, sunrise from our balcony. Gosh, it is just really pretty here. Yeah, so fancy. I just can't get over seeing the snow next to the ocean with the palm trees. It's just awesome. Dog party. So many doggies. Home of Noel Baba, Father Christmas. St. Nicholas was actually a bishop here in Myra, and he became known as Santa Claus just because he was known for his gift giving. And he became very popular in the Christian community, especially among the Dutch, who called him Sinterklaas. And so when he came to America, when the Dutch moved to America in the 18th century, they started calling him Santa Claus, which is how we know him. This church was built in St. Nicholas's honor, although he never would have actually set foot here. Frescoes here are quite well preserved, and they let you take pictures and video, which I love. here is a place that St. Nicholas actually would have set foot. Myra, capital of Lycia. Just imagine the roar of the crowd as Stoogie walks out onto the stage. Teşekkürler, teşekkürler, teşekkürler. We have a new pet. She's giving us a tour of the place. And over here, we have a place where I sometimes like to take naps. And then over here is a place where I sometimes like to go pee-pee. We're excited about this castle because it's not just a ruin, but it's a 6th century monastery where Simeon the Stylite the Younger, so the Stylites we learned were this brand of monk who would sit on the top of a pillar like as an ascetic. And that was like their whole thing, was that they just sat on the top of a pillar and that was it. Like they just lived on top of like columns. So this is where one of those guys lived on top of a column. We definitely have this place entirely to ourselves, which is pretty neat. Especially for views like this. Oh, it's so magical. And you always need a view from the top. Tony was saying how protected this harbor is. Really, I would want to live here. I believe this is the base of the pillar that we refer to, St. Simeon, but it would have been 50 feet high and the platform would have been about 11 feet squared that he lived on, which seems crazy. Sometimes there's just goats. Patara, and this is certainly the biggest complex we've been to so far. Patara is just another ruin, but it was a very significant city for the area all the way back to the Hittite times in the 13th century BC, and has been maintained because it was significant all the way up through the Byzantine era because of its location. The Romans really built their theaters to last. Here is our little bungalow in south of Fethiye. It's in a place called Olu Deniz. I'm definitely pronouncing it wrong, but we have this amazing view right off our balcony with hot tub experience. So I'm excited about that. We just have stunning views in here from every direction. I feel like a princess on this trip. Really about to feel like a princess because I'm gonna go to the Turkish spa. I'm looking for a grocery store in this town and it is dead. It is a ghost town. All the markets are closed. Feeling a little bit less like a princess. More like a babe lost in the woods. Success. Migros was open. And we got lots of yummies for tonight's New Year's celebration. Quiet celebration in our beautiful cabana. Now here is the entrance to this spa that I'm going to. This ghost town, I'm not gonna lie, it feels a little creepy. Go down in here. Much nicer inside though. All right, so now I am putting my phone away in here. See you later. Feeling very refreshed. It was quite the experience. I did know what to expect. I read about it. There's a scrubbing. Well, first, okay, there's a sauna and a scrubbing, and then a foam sudsing, and then there was a massage and a facial, and it was just really nice. So, you know, when in Turkey, gotten back just in time for the sunset from our porch. Oh my gosh. Here's our New Year's Eve smorgasbord, or whatever they call it in Turkey. Well, our disappointments about this hotel were that, one, there's no hot water for this beautiful hot tub, so I had gotten up for a sunrise soak, and it's not working. Also, there was a very loud New Year's party going on all night. Like, it was so loud, and it was like karaoke. Oh my gosh, there were so many people just badly singing pretty much all night. So it was just like bom, 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 just so loud. Anyway, but it was still just really a nice little stop. Not very relaxing though, not relaxing. We wouldn't be the Geek Baggers if we didn't find a way to go for a hike on the Lycian Way. According to this map, this is the ending place for the Lycian Way. Antalya is the beginning place, and this is the trail that we are thinking of one day coming to hike the entire thing of. Well, that was our time on the coast. Now we're heading to Pamukkale, Ephesus, and Izmir as our final installment for our visit to Turkey. So join us next time.